Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mage the Ascension Technogate 2000. We are back here to get you a little bit back up to speed. Last that we left our heroes, they had gone or they had met Gretchen, and she has been integrated into the group now. And they are both on a mission to try and find out more about this. Activity with this dark crystal that seems to be existing over in the Arboretum. The werewolves are also missing, which is kind of concerning them as well. But they had also met this guy named Kyle, who had like put up some really powerful, um, you know, wards in his house and had been involved in some kind of crazy accident out on the Beltline where he was the only survivor, and he had recently been released from the hospital. So the group had gone to Kyle's to recruit his help, and as also to take a look into possibilities of some kind of demonic activity that he seemed to be involved in with his spectacular, miraculous being saved on the Beltline pile up, and being the only survivor. There seemed Gretchen had detected some demonic activity there. When they got to Kyle, he seemed to be freaking out and had been possibly been doing hallucinogenics, along with there had been some kind of weird connection that he had to a book, that suspected to be maybe made out of human flesh. There hasn't been a scan on the book directly. But at the end of the game, the Technogate crew had come together and they had cast a powerful, or I'm sorry, they had devised a powerful contraption to hold the book and to disconnect it from Kyle and whatever else it was also being connected to. Um, and Kyle had finally started to recover. They were getting him out of the house after having locked away the book. And you guys are bringing the book with you, or are you leaving that behind? That was one thing that we'll have to resolve. Um, in
I
any case,
believe
oh, go ahead,
that I believe we left it behind because
because it was
his
so.
his
Yeah,
yeah his warded apartment was like a double layer of protection. So
right. Yep. That's what I believe too. Um, and so as you guys were leaving, his mind was starting to clear. And one of the things that he had said just before that, we had concluded the night was that, um, one was that he had lied to you guys, or not lied to you, had bent the truth a little bit and said that this was his third awakening that he's had. Um, which in game terminology, I'm saying that he's a level 3 Arate, that he's had two seekings and an awakening. And that basically this was part of a seeking that he had. Um, and that the gates of hell have burst open, and that all hell has broken loose, and that we're all doomed. Um,
I believe he said fucked.
Fucked. Yeah, and probably he did. We don't shy from the swears. Um, uh,
Just as long as my parents never find out about this podcast.
oh yeah. So Tycho, starting off with Tycho, Tycho Vance, tell us a little bit about your character and what do you look like?
Tycho Vance is a late 20s white male, 6'1", kind of lanky. Since he's gotten back from his time trip to save the universe, his hair has grown out. It's probably about, I'd say, an inch long now. Used to be close cropped. Still shaves. He has given up his metallic clothing for kind of just drab t-shirt and jeans. He's looks kind of shabby these days because yeah, the technocracy is gone. What's going on? Uh, he is the son of the legendary adventurer Buck Samsonite, and his mother was the director of the research and execution division at the local construct in Madison, Wisconsin, where he grew up. At the age of 18, he went on an adventure with some werewolves that ended in tragedy. And when he got back, his mother got him a job on Technogate Team 42, where his adventure started with this group. And here we are today.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tycho. And Phaedra, tell us a little bit about your character and what do you look like?
Phaedra is, I guess, a 29-year-old now, black female, usually rocking a white lab coat with a black fanny pack, white blouse, black slacks, uh, hairs in long dreads put up in a ponytail. Uh, she's been with this group, I guess, now for 2 years, if you want to count that missing time. Uh, Accidentally fell into the technocracy while looking for her mother's killer, and is now figuring out what to do next.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Phaedra. And Malakai, tell us a little bit about your character and what do you look like?
Malakai was born a military brat, enlisted at right out of school. Ended up re-enlisting, but this time with the Technocracy. This was several years ago. He is specialized in power systems and is a soldier through and through. Struggling a little bit with a lack of leadership that's popped back or after coming back from Altered Earth, but he's making do. He's 6 foot tall. Is generally wearing just t-shirt, jeans, some kind of jacket, unless if he's in combat apparel, and kind of straggly brown hair.
Awesome. Thank you, Malachi. And Gretchen, tell us a little bit about your character and what do you look like?
Hey everybody, I play Gretchen Fury. She is your classic NWO agent in terms of the spy rank. Her specialties are infiltration and stealth. She comes with a pet familiar named Steve, the cat, who also helps her with all of that. Fun fact, this was my first ever character made. Yes, I was a technocrat, and Frozen Fallout was kind enough to let me port it into M20. So as we go through this campaign, we will find some interesting decisions I've made along the way from a past character. She is a white female with reddish brown hair. She's about 5'7", and I call her attire casual matrix wear. She has a black trench coat with sleeves scrunched up Miami Vice style, gray shirt, black slacks, and knee-high black boots, and she always rocks a pair of aviators.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Starting off, we have you guys are exiting the building, the apartment building just above Pincus, at the center of Madison, Wisconsin. And he was just, yelling about how we're all fucked. And he passes out after, after saying that. Um, so, are you guys going to stop because he passed out, or are you guys going to just take him into the car?
Wait, he passed out?
Yes.
Phaedra, I thought you said that cocktail you gave him was supposed to clear his head. The hell's going on?
I mean, he's probably under a lot of stress. His brain probably needs to reset. I don't know.
Gretchen will
Uh,
just
j-
go, Oh, that resolved itself nicely. She was all on high alert, and then she's just like casual again. So
Uh, GM, to get some clarification, like, so as his mind cleared, did he like start freaking out, like as he was like taking over his own mind again, and like just start yelling at us and then pass out, or how did that look?
Yeah, so it was basically like he started to gain more like lucidness, and he was starting to talk a little bit more. It was, but he was still like his adrenaline and his like amount of how afraid he was didn't seem to go down just because he was lucid. So the more lucid that he got, the more aware of the situation that he got himself into. And then he like blurted out the thing about the demons and then just passes out.
It's it just brings you back to the idea of mind bullets.
Uh, yeah, what do you mean by that?
Oh, it's just something that Robert and I we were cooking it up. It's basically, you put some specific cocktail of neurotoxins into a specifically carved bullet to transport them, and then you shoot someone, and then they become very compliant, like more so than regular. Normally when you shoot somebody, they could become pretty compliant, but more
I mean, I
so.
could probably do that too. But that's
Yeah,
besides
we
the
should.
point. I think he's
Actually,
just
can everybody make me an awareness roll? Difficulty of I'm gonna say 7.
with your perception.
Perception plus awareness. Difficulty 7. My God, Gretchen, your tales of not being able to sense or to not be able to roll dice have been false.
Jesus Christ.
Phaedra, though, showing off how it can be done.
let me re-roll that. That was more like I think I pressed the wrong button. So let me just actually roll this correctly. What was the roll again?
Perception plus awareness.
Okay. Okay. There we go.
Still good.
I'm just calling this beginner's luck, guys. This is gonna run out super fast with my dice history.
Don't jinx us.
Both
We
electronic
need
and physical. Yeah.
we need at least
This is a
one
new
person
era.
to roll well.
So Malakai, you get a little bit of a feeling that there's something off here, and there's just something that kind of tingles your spidey sense, but you don't quite get a clear understanding of why that is. Tycho, you get a little bit more of of like a discerning that there is some kind of that he didn't pass out on his own, that something else made him pass out. And Gretchen, you get a sense of the same demonic resonance that you felt out at the Beltline is now present here. And it's different. It's slightly different resonance. Has more of a sinister and less like angry, less filled with hate and anger, more filled with sinister intent. But you definitely get the same demonic kind of resonance that you felt from before, and it feels like the presence just re-arrived here.
Is
Wait,
this
I
on
Or
the
thought
way
not
to the
re
car?
like somebody did something, and or like maybe a demon did something, and that's why you feel the demonic
have we
resonance.
left his apartment yet? Or are we
Um,
still in his apartment?
this would be on the way out of the apartment. So you are outside of the apartment.
Oh.
I'm gonna say that you guys are basically just about. I would say you're opening up the door to leave, basically from the stairwell. Like that, you're in the stairwell. You're opening up the door. He's screaming this. He's yelling this stuff, and then he passes out.
Okay.
And then you get this feeling of uneasiness around you. Well, Phaedra, you're like we're
Yeah.
good.
Just real quick, I don't think it's important, but why were we leaving? I don't think we actually decided on that.
We were
Yeah.
going to show him the crystal, and he was
Yes.
going to help us contain it.
Okay.
I have a
So
follow-up question with this role of Frozen.
Yep.
I have a specialty with awareness of wards. When I start feeling this demonic entity get a little bit stronger, is what I'm understanding. Am I feeling the wards get a little bit weaker?
I would say that the wards aren't really being affected at this
Okay.
point. That the because you're outside of the warded area, there doesn't seem to be any direct correlation with this presence and any effect on the wards.
Could I speculate that since he's left his warded apartment, he's now affected?
Well, you don't know, you don't feel anything at this point, so somebody would have to inform you. And
Yeah.
then,
I was thinking of
but the
adding
out
a
of
little.
game, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay,
Well,
so
okay.
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel
sorry.
something is off. I feel something is off. And something's wrong. Does anybody know what's going on?
He's all
Uh,
in the hallway. Like who's holding? I'm guessing Malakai is holding him from passing out, or do you just let him fall on the ground?
No, I know. I'm holding him, but then once Tycho goes, something's off, something's wrong. I just dump him onto the floor and draw my pistol.
Pick him up.
and the
Not
rest of
right.
the show is we just reenact Weekend at Bernie's. Like this is So
Okay, so he lands fine, and then Phaedra is able to pick him back up, but he doesn't seem to wake up when he falls. Where normally like a passed out person that's just just needs a little bit of a like that's just exhaustion, like faint, oh kind of would might be able to be woken up pretty easily. This seems like he's in like a dead slump, like he's not just like
Oh.
halfly awake kind of thing. Like no, he's this complete dead weight. How much strength do you have, Phaedra? You have a lot,
Strength
don't you?
3.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you're strong. You're a strong
Yeah.
individual. You'll be fine.
I scrapped. Yeah.
I would like to do an arete roll if possible about this, since I also sensed what Tycho was feeling.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I was prompting you because you had more information.
Yeah.
I know something's
I
off.
I
don't
would
know
like
what.
to sense thoughts, and I would like to basically like take out my flip phone and dial a number that will like do like this special tone kind of thing, and I would like to sense what the demonic entity is thinking, if that's
Mm.
okay.
And we are approaching the street at this point.
You're basically like I would say who's at the front.
Well, it's me now. Is I dumped him to then take the lead.
So
to the
I would say
street.
Tycho probably was opening up the door, and now like either you've shut the door or you're opening it up further. It's up to you. But there was just about to like open up the door. Basically, the door was opening when he was saying this stuff.
I would like to make a medicine check, saying as I saw him hit the floor hard, and he didn't stir.
Okay, hold on. Let's resolve this stuff one at a time here, though.
Yeah.
First, so first we'll resolve Gretchen's action. So Gretchen, go ahead and first thing I want you to do is make a So in order to, you can either do a straight RET roll, which means you don't have any skills trying to lower the difficulty, or you can try and lower the difficulty before doing so. And I would say, based upon what you're saying, my statement or my role would be probably technology plus intelligence, and or perception. But I'll let you argue something different if you want something different than perception or than intelligence plus technology for that role, or you can just do a straight ret roll.
I was thinking perception, since she's basing this off of her awareness.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like just a continuation of perception. plus tech. You said tech.
Yep,
Okay,
adding in
so
tech. All right, so yeah, so then just roll perception plus technology. We'll say difficulty of 6 in order to lower the difficulty. All right, so you have the difficulty lowered by 3. You're trying to sense thoughts. So I believe that that would be at least a level 2. Are you going to want to up it to a level 3? Kind of more invasive kind of thought.
I think so. I want to get as much as I can. I'm basically like dialing their mind is basically how this is going. Gretchen in her mind needs to decide if this is a code 66, just a demon entity, or is it all the way up to a 666 because we have to deal with a hellmouth. You know, she wants to see what level it is.
Do you have correspondence?
I do.
What
Mhm.
level of correspondence do you have?
Correspondence is my next highest stat. Correspondence is 3 and mind is 3.
All right, so yeah, you definitely have the ability to go beyond just your sight. And so this, and just even beyond like the level of the tone that like what would be audible basically, especially since you're having a house dampening, you know, the building dampening it, a hallway dampening it.
And what's my new difficulty? Three? Or
So if you're going to be doing a level 3 effect, that's 3 plus 3. Um, Now the level of what you're doing is, um, I don't think there's no way to be witnessable, but I almost would put it up to a level of vulgar if you're gonna dial into somebody's mind,
okay.
which would up the difficulty by 1, and give you an automatic paradox point. But it would be difficulty of 4 then.
Gotcha.
All right, so 2 successes. So I'm going to say that this was something probably not greatly expected by the demon. I'm trying to think of all the things that would be able to possibly stop a mind attack for this demon, and it really, based upon all the rules that I know about demon, I don't think there's anything. I would have to dig maybe deeper, but I'm just gonna go with it and say that I don't think there's much really that he can stop you from jumping into his mind. Besides maybe just innateness, that it's harder to use magic on demons. But
Do you want to go into the mind of a demon? Because that doesn't seem like it's a fun place.
it's a dangerous place. What I will say though is that I'm going
I'm
to
just
say,
listening.
with the 2
Listening to the
successes,
mind.
you are able to find a demonic mind. That you've been able to kind of like hone your tone in, and you are kind of feeling the different minds that are out there. And to start off with 2 successes, if you want to continue to do more rolls, you can add on to your successes. But with 2 successes, you're going to locate and get a very sinister intent, a murderous intent coming from, but not anger or you know, it's much more like thought out, you know, cold-blooded more than hot-blooded,
I mean, that's kind
murderous
of her
intent.
shtick. She's kind of like a pseudo like FBI person. So like yeah, she's gonna delve deeper because like she's NWO. She has to figure this out. You know, this is a whatever level threat, you know, this is threat number 4 and you know, this is what she does. You know, kind of thing. So
Awesome. All right, so you're gonna bear down for midterms, and
yes, 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 I am.
all right, go ahead and roll your arret again. Difficulty will be once again 4, but you won't take a. I'm not going to give you the extra points of. It's just a continuation roll, so it'll be 1 point of paradox that you have currently. Oh my God.
That's a 5 because one of them's a 10.
Yep.
7, 8, 8, 2.
Nice. And so, you were able to basically, if you want, you can go into the mind's eye. You can get into the mind, direct contact inside of the mind. Now, usually what I do for mind kind of effects, instead of it just being an easy, I go in and pull shit out, You can, if you want, and with the successes that you have, we can do a little bit of a different thing than we normally, or than what I normally would do here. But you can pull everybody into the mind of the demon, and if you want to go play with the demon in the demon's mind, you can do that.
I think I would just be investigating this myself. I don't
Okay.
know what level clearances they have. I don't know what, like how adept they are. So, I mean, she's just going to go straight in, like I'm sure there's a better movie reference, but she's just going to go, "Hello, Clarice," like just all in, she's there with the mind of the demon and
All right.
however you want to present that to me, that's
So
fine.
you end up, and what you see around you is actually surprises you. Well, maybe surprises you. But is a like a garden all around you. Everything looks beautiful. There's a beautiful sun that is out, and there seems to be a a, a feeling of just angelic love in the portion of the mind that you are in currently. And um you kind of feel like you're like physically there, like you almost feel like this is all real. What do you do? You see, like, there's flowers and a river, there's butterflies, and you actually make a perception plus alertness roll if you want to see anything else.
Oh my.
All right, so you
That's
see everything in the entire universe, starting with the
You
Big
cannot roll low.
Bang.
This is
Um,
insane.
For viewers, I rolled some other numbers, but the ones that counted was an 8 and 3 tens. So that's 7 successes, sir. Um,
um, all right, so 7 successes. With that, I'm going to say that. So you see that there are wildlife. There's a rainbow. There's this. Everything just has like a beautiful harmony, and you hear like a faint melody that's kind of in the background. Almost feels like it's in the air. And it's hard to explain really. It's more of like something that's kind of vibrating from like the music's coming from inside of you, inside of the air, inside of the plants and everything. But you also do see these like cracks in um in reality, in this reality. And there seems to be like just a feeling of like fire and brimstone, and you can see like darkness and fire, and you can hear screams of anguish and torment that is happening, and it seems like they're all around this reality as you look about, but they're small little cracks that you have to like really look in order to see.
mhm. Um, I think she's gonna handle this like a crime scene. I mean, she's looking for a dementic entity. While like everything sounds nice and good and happy, she's not gonna like you know let it distract her from um where's the murder, where's the intent. Clearly it's not this like beautiful waterfall and rainbow and stuff like that. So she's going to go, since a lot of this is based off of feeling and vibes, she's going to go towards that murderous intent feeling because she needs to know the who, what, where, when, and why. That's her goal.
Okay, so you're gonna go like try and get closer to one of these cracks.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Um, do you want to like investigate or scan the cracks at all? Um,
yeah. That'd be great.
Okay, give
Please don't make
me
me shoot you.
a technology plus perception roll, difficulty of 6, and then you can make an arete roll. Difficulty standardly will be coincidental, so it'll be 3 plus 1 for a level 1 scan, and then whatever spheres that you want to use in that scan.
Okay. So you want it to be a technology roll rather than an investigation roll?
Well, it depends. How are you
I,
enacting the
I mean,
magic?
like I'm in a demon brain, like I mean, I could like bust out the Sherlock Holmes like magnifying glass. I'm looking at these cracks. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't feel like I'm tri-coding things. I feel like I'm using detectives tools,
Okay,
kind
absolutely.
of
Then I
thing.
would do investigation would be perfect.
Okay.
Is
And the difficulty was 6.
Difficulty would be 6. Yep.
Okay. And I completed that investigation.
So with that's 3 successes because
4.
4 successes. Yes. 4 successes because of the 10. Um, so difficulty will be 3 then on your arete roll as you kind of like get up to one of the cracks, start like looking at it, seeing that you can kind of even like in the realm that you're in, kind of that you're able to like even like physically like pull it apart a little bit, be able to even look in a little bit deeper, and holy shit. Um,
I feel
what's
like she is
Mhm.
literally dusting for fingerprints in this guy's like mind. Like just, throw out whatever kind of what you want, but this is like Carmen Sandiego meets The Cell meets White Wolf right now. So,
So you are able to what spheres are you using to scan this?
so she's definitely using mine. She's staying in there to stay focused and kind of like block any reverberation back. Um, I feel like she's definitely throwing in entropy to like, may fate be on her side to find like that broken piece of grass or something like that. And correspondence to find out where the malevolence is coming from. Because clearly it's covered up by this, beautiful world and only such small little cracks for evil and brimstone. So it seems to be harder to find, like a needle in the haystack kind of thing.
Okay, yep. Um, so the scan that you kind of get, and the thing that you kind of get is that you are in a pocket of his mind right now. It seemed to that when you kind of were sent here, you were sent to a a small section of his mind. This is if you kind of put it in realm of correspondence of where you are in his mind, is that like 90% of his mind is filled with this torment that's going on, and then there's like an island at the center of his mind that is this garden that used to be the entire like mind, and now has kind of degraded down into something very different now. But you can kind of bust out of this if you want, but you can also feel that there is a presence coming here that normally exists inside of that torment.
Yeah, I'd love to investigate a witness in his brain or the person. So she's uh bearing down even more for finals, if you will.
Bear down.
is this all happening instantaneously, like outside of time, or
Um, I would
is she
say
just kind of standing there for a while
no. That's a
as all
good
this
point.
other stuff's
That
happening?
at this point, this would be still it would be, I'd say, real time. It wouldn't be happening instantaneously. So she's kind of like honed in and kind of almost, I would say, like probably a meditative state while
I would
she's
say, yeah, I have my flip phone. I might have like leaned against a wall somewhere, and I have the flip phone up to my face, so it looks like I'm talking to someone. And I feel like my body would just be going through things like, yeah, okay, yeah,
I like that.
and she has her aviators on, so people might not see that her eyes are pretty like spaced out, kind of thing.
Nice. I like that. So speaking of which, starting with Tycho, then what would you like to do while Gretchen is seems to be in a hypnotic uh, or in a very very interesting conversation with somebody on the phone?
So strangely enough, I was hoping to get Gretchen's help. So I think that's actually what I'm going to try and do. Um, I'm just going to say, Gretchen, something happened to this dude's mind. Uh, I don't have the requisite skills to scan that. But at the same time, I'll pull out my tricorder, cell phone, telephone, because I do have one in mind. Or no, I have two now. Shit, never mind. I'm gonna
Yeah,
do a
I have
hypertext.
3.
Yeah, I mean, if you say that while she's dialing the phone, she'll be like, synchronize on, like this frequency if you would like, kind of thing.
Well, no,
Smooth
this
ragdoll.
is after
Oh, this
you've
is while I'm
gone
just
and
saying, yeah, I can
Yeah.
pick that up from the store. Like I'm going through these like
yeah.
classic
I also
mistakes.
have 3 in mind if you need help.
But you two do feel, I'm just gonna say with your level of minds, even at 2, that you can feel that there's a resonance that's kind of happening around her, that you could tap into this wavelength that she's found, if you want to ride along.
I'm mostly concerned with Kyle right now. I
Yeah.
am concerned because he is passed out, and I think the first thing that comes to my mind is it's because we left the wards.
Yep.
So that's what I'm going to be working on.
I'm
Uh,
gonna look at this
so
as a
you're gonna be
purely doctor move.
so are you gonna be taking him back into the house then, or?
No, tricorder, hypertech, a ret roll on mind to figure out if it is because we left the wards.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so that's intelligence, hypertech, extra skill
And I'll do
2.
difficulty 4 for your hypertech.
Looks like 3. It's 3. So we're at 3.
Yep.
Or we're at difficulty 3. Oh, holy shit. Oh, that's wasted. 6 successes.
That's
Um,
7
That's 7.
successes.
Fucking 7. I rolled 2 10s and 3 4s.
so you know that this is I'm gonna say with that scan that you get not only do you have correspondence?
I have 1 dot.
1 dot. I'm gonna say that with that scan there that you know that there was a demonic spell that was cast on him after he left the warding. It's not necessarily that it was because he left the warding. More than likely this demon was able to cast his spell on him, and that he wouldn't have been able to cast a spell on him, but you know that the spell's already been cast, the resonance is there, and there's no direct connection. He just made him go into a coma, basically.
Okay. Uh,
I mean, I'm still gonna look at Phaedra and say, should we get him back inside the wards?
well, I don't want to mess up whatever Gretchen is doing because he has a whole correspondence field. She might not be able to do what she's doing if he's in that room. I'm gonna take an MRI scan, and I want to see what exactly uh, medically wise is going wrong with him. Like, is it eroding his mind? Is there a way that I could like reverse the damage? Like, is it like dementia? Like it's eating at his spirit,
Sure.
or yeah, okay.
Go ahead and do a wits plus medicine roll, difficulty of 6 for the first roll.
What was the difficulty?
6.
4 successes.
With 4 successes, difficulty will be 3 on your Arte roll.
Three successes.
With 3 successes on your Arte roll, I'm going to say that you know that this is a it's a minor like attack on his mind that was done, and that it was there is something on him that that is directly like connected to the demon still. Like there's still like a connection that severing that connection will prevent the coma from continuing.
Okay. Do I get the sense that it's like a spiritual tie, or is it an actual object that I could take?
It's an actual object that's on him. It seems to be a pocket watch that he has.
Okay. I'm going to put on some gloves, obviously, and grab like a Ziploc baggie and try to grab it without touching it.
Okay. You're able to well, actually, give me an athletics plus dexterity roll.
This is not okay. Yep.
You touch it, but nothing seems to, you accidentally do end up touching it. So you might be afraid about something like that. And after you remove the watch, there is you can feel that Kyle's gone out of the coma state and that he's gone down to just being, fainted, basically, that he can be woken up at this point, and that the watch itself is more of like a trigger mechanism. It's not something that like it once it's remotely triggered, it will have the effect on the person, but it's more of like a relic, a wonder, a talisman of sorts.
Like a burner phone? Like setting off a bomb with a burner phone?
Yeah, kind of thing. Yep. But in any case, he's now like that's the reason why putting him back in the wording wouldn't assist him. You had to remove the item from him directly. And so, but it doesn't. It also is not making you pass out or anybody else at all. It's like a one-off effect kind of thing. Anyways, Malakai, what are you doing?
All right, so we're in a stairwell,
Yes.
and this is one of those that like goes down to the street and then exits directly onto the street.
Yep.
Like the stairwell to the street. Okay. So I rolled it a while ago, and I can roll it again if you would like. Perception, alertness on the street, looking for that threat that that Tycho had mentioned, and also I got an unfeeling for.
Okay.
Like looking with my eyes.
Yep. So I see you got 2 successes. It looks like.
Yeah.
Looking for threats. All right. Cool. So yes, I would say at this point, with 2 successes, you don't quite see any threats out on the street at this point in time.
Okay. Can I fold that roll into a we should go. We should move to the van now, or if it's like, can I go get the van and bring it up to the door?
The
Although
van is just
I'm
outside of
operating.
the door, so.
Okay, all right. I'm still operating under the assumption that he's completely knocked out, and so I'm going to attempt to be like, all right, you find a good spot when people aren't paying attention to what's going on, and get us out of this stairwell
Oh,
and on the road.
I would have been relaying all the things that I found out loud like a surgeon. So you would have been updated on what I've been doing.
Okay, so he's just waking up then. Tycho's just finishing his scans. Phaedra's just finishing her removal of the watch. And he's just starting to wake up. So, Malakai, are you like going over and picking him up and, along with Phaedra and helping him to carry him out of the building then? You find a good opening where there's hardly anybody walking or any cars coming or anything like that, like a one of those rare occasions where Johnson is not completely packed with cars.
Uh,
Okay.
I'm gonna stay back with Gretchen just in case.
Well, just grab her arm and lead her while she's doing her. She can do her
Uh,
thing in the van.
with my scan from earlier, with like 7 successes, I think you said something about I kind of also gained the understanding of what's happening with Gretchen.
Yes. Yeah. So you also know that, and you're able to pull everybody into, if you wish, um,
Oh yeah.
into the
Um,
mind effect, or any yourself or others, if you wish, into the mind effect that she's doing.
okay. In that case, um, it'll probably take me some time to set that up, depending on the timeline. Uh,
Do it
but
in the
yeah, I'll
van.
explain it. I'll explain to everybody like, okay, yeah, get him in the van. Get her. Gretchen's connected to something. I think we can look in and maybe talk to her. Let me set that up, and I start to do that.
Okay. So I'm guessing the van that you guys kind of have, probably, since it's your mom's van type stuff, it, always has like the hidden computers and stuff like that that you can connect to. And it has like the, folding down thing, so you can kind of bring these guys in, put them down on the folding, you know, um, chairs, so that they, recline back and turn into more of like a bed kind of setup for you. And you situate it. There's, the car is all configurable and shit like that, and like the different, you can even get the like the EKG monitor shit out and put them on Gretchen, if well, no, actually, I don't know if you'd want to do that to Gretchen. But anyway, so you guys get into the van. And does Gretchen have any do you have any problems, or does she react at all to being led into the van?
I think she would be fine because, like, probably like Steve's probably being her wing man or wing cat about this. So, she has some nanites left as part of her foci. So she gets guided by him. She will she'll kind of sleepwalk to the van, but still saying like, uh-huh, yeah, oh my, oh, okay. Oh, that's great news. So stuff like that, just in intervals.
Yeah, you have a mind of 3, right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. You'd be able to split your mind, so your body, your consciousness can kind of be in 2 places at once.
Helps with the cat.
Yeah.
And I'm driving.
All right, so
And
you
I'm
guys
going.
get into the van. Kyle is starting to wake up now, and he kind of looks around and is just like, what is going on here?
Shut
Oh
up,
no.
Kyle.
You just
Doing
smack
other
him.
shit now.
We'll come back to you.
Yeah.
All
We'll
right,
figure your
so
shit out later.
Gretchen, back to you. As you're kind of examining this crack that's in his paradise, you feel a presence has arrived in the the little pocket realm of his mind that you exist in right now, and make a perception plus alertness check, difficulty of 6. Oh my god, 5 successes. All right, so you can kind of see that through one of the cracks in this reality, what looks like for a split second, a like a Grim Reaper-esque kind of like skull and bones and fire for eyes, and just a dark shadowy figure around, like cloak around like this being, um kind of coming out of this hell, fire and brimstone background that is the rest of his mind, with this torturous people, and you can see like signs of like, people being tortured and screaming in the background, kind of like, if you've ever seen Spawn, like that kind of thing is kind of going on in the background of his mind. And as soon as it reaches the garden, though, it turns back into what looks to be like a normal human being. They're approximately, well, there is some weirdness about it, because they're normal. He's about 6'2", long black hair with very beautiful brown eyes. Like, he's got just like the perfect looking, perfect shape to his, the chiseled jaw shape and everything. He's got like the, an extremely beautiful, body. He has, basically just a cloak that kind of surrounds a silk kind of turban, that, or like, tunic that kind of is for the top, and like a silk, black silk legs, or like pants that he has on, um and a cloak that kind of goes around it. um and he kind of walks out into the garden, and then behind him you can see like big giant black, like wings behind him, and he says,
Uh,
"Who disturbs my garden?"
uh, for story purposes, feather or dragon wings.
Feather.
Okay. Okay. She'll just like stand there and uh cross her arms, and she'll be like, Agent Gretchen Fury, level 6 clearance. May I ask who you are? Sir.
You see that he kind of is like taken aback by your response, and he doesn't immediately answer you, but he does inspect you. Like, he's looking at you, and he's like circling you as he's like stroking his chin, and doesn't say anything to you. It just says, "Mm-hmm.
She'll
Interesting. So they are gaining. They. You've been able to penetrate my mind. Very, very interesting. Very
Yes, if you
dangerous."
if you know the science, it's easily done. Danger is as danger does. Depends on the person.
Is there a point at which I am capable of like looking in on this?
I would say this is actually a good time to say that you are able to just get a view of this. That's kind of like what kind of pops up on, or how are you viewing this actually?
Do
Uh,
you want to pop in, or do you just want to view everything?
I'm definitely going for remote viewing,
Okay.
and given the capabilities for this minivan that Frozen gave us earlier, I'm going to say I'm just going to put it up on the screens inside. Um, but as a part of it, I'm going to kind of try and manipulate the technology to give you a tether uh, to pull back on. But I'm gonna leave you there. So we're watching this. You can talk to us. We can talk to you.
Okay.
And
Uh,
if he tries to keep you there, we can pull you out. Is what I'm trying to do.
Okay. So can I like sense maybe like uh how do
Yeah,
I
you
say
know
it?
we're here.
Okay. But it's like maybe it kind of shows up as like a rope around my waist or something to me if I need it or whatever. Does it like is it just a sense or is there like a visual
No,
tangible
actually,
feature?
it'll just whisper in your ear like, "Hey, we're here. We're watching. Just we can pull you back if you need to." The hell's going
give
on?
her give her a safety code that she can
Uh,
say and we can pull her out.
what's our normal safety word? Cinnamon? I think we've used that in the past.
Yeah.
I think you guys have used.
Or I don't know. Fuck it. You could take me in.
I mean, cinnamon's fine. Go with that. She'll kind of like pull on her ear to let you guys know she got it, you know,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
On the flip side, um, am I getting a some sort of data stream that I can analyze?
What do you mean by analyze?
Uh, so this is basically mental information, right? That I'm converting into visual information that we can see, which is a normal thing for the technocracy.
Do you want to
Uh,
do facial recognition on the angel? Cross reference occult text.
maybe not right now, but I want to get like just a stream of information that I can analyze later.
I would like to do what she just said. Cause I've got a cult and plenty of time.
Uh, in which case I will just say, keep him talking.
I'm driving.
He says, "You can call me Beelzebub. What are you doing here?"
Mm-hmm. Uh, Sir, I'm here to inquire about your presence in one Kyle, middle name and last name redacted, in terms of recruitment efforts 42, Madison, Wisconsin. What do you have to say for yourself and your interference in such matters? Just stone cold face. I took that background. Just stone cold face.
he uh he kind of like gets like right up into your face and he says, "I'm trying to kill him. Got a problem with that?"
I mean, I sense some murderous thoughts beforehand. Is that your only entity that you have decided to kill, or is there going to be more involved? I'm trying to find the scope of this mission, sir.
Well, you see, a long time ago, I fought for something, and now I feel that I have lost everything, and I'm going to exact my revenge on those that deserve it. The puny things that have thought that they have inherited the earth. So will I do more damage? He kind of chuckles and he says, "Oh yes, sister." And then he goes to grab you by the throat. Uh, what do you do? I'll let you either do. You can do a dodge attack, and we'll go into an initiative at this point as well.
Okay. Um, Yeah, I can. It's athletics now, correct?
Yep. But he's doing a surprise attack, basically. First initiative, and then so you can either dodge or, well, I guess we can go into full initiative, but you with knowing his intent of attacking you, basically.
Yes, I intend to dodge. I got very scared about Tycho's roll, as that was how many successes he had to like throw punch me or something like that, and I was very worried.
Oh no, initiative is different. I got a 12.
Got an 8.
It's a D10 plus your dex and your wits.
Oh, and
I'm driving.
It's the
Do you need initiative from me? I'm not really. I'm keeping everybody safe in the real world, but I'm not really able to participate.
Oh, Gretchen, you rolled a 1 on your initiative. But you still got an 8, but it's not as good as his 9, even though he rolled a 1. So, um, you're going to be doing a dodge. He'll be doing his attack. His attack comes first, but dodges are reactionary, so you're fine on that. So go ahead and roll Dex plus Athletics.
Oh, I did that. It's up there in dodge.
Ah,
I did
yes.
that
So you
first.
did 5 successes on that. All right, and so do this plus this, and 1, 2, 3. I only got 3 successes, so you were able to successfully dodge out of the way as he grabs for your throat. And I'm just going to keep initiative there. Everybody else is not going to be directly involved in. Oh, I guess you guys are still observing this from the outside. So let us do the turn system here. I don't think that actually. All right, so I'm just going to keep initiative for a couple of rounds to make things go fast. So Fury, you are at an 8.
We might not need that. I specifically said that I built a pullback protocol through the observation tunnel. And that's what I'm going to enact.
He's got initiative 12, so he beats both of them.
Yeah.
That is true. Go ahead and make a.
Unless I'm trying to fight something.
Yeah, so Gretchen, are you going to try and stop him from pulling you back out?
I feel because I dodged, I feel thematically that I would be like dodging and then get pulled back. Like I wouldn't have enough time.
Yeah.
She'll kind of be spicy about it because she didn't say cinnamon, but Tycho does have the advanced.
I would have
order.
loved for you to somehow gotten a sample from him, but that's fine.
I mean, Mindscape sample. I don't think it would translate into the physical verse.
You never know.
Touche.
This is Mage.
But
Also,
yeah, so you can pull
like,
her back out. I'll just allow for a full pullback without any rolls if you want.
I mean, I'm good with it.
It's your turn if that's what you want to do. Like I said, I as the player will not get spicy at you. Go for it.
Well, it would be as your character if you want to oppose me pulling you out of the mindscape. If you want to do something, that's fine.
No, I was just going to like talk to him a little bit, but he doesn't seem
'Cause, like,
very talky right now.
yeah, Beelzebub trying to kill you. Also, like, if you died and Phaedra was like, "Why didn't you pull you out?" Like, she didn't say cinnamon is not a good excuse at this point.
True.
You think that I'm gonna be the one that questioned why she died?
No, that would be me because I'm not actually
Yeah.
watching the monitors.
And it would be Phaedra that says, "Well, she didn't say cinnamon."
Exactly.
All right, I pull her back.
All right, so you pull her out.
I did roll a little bit ago while they were talking. One, I want to know if he was. I did an intelligence occult roll. I'm going to be looking through. Remember when we got those books from Muddin's library, and one of them was about demons?
Mm-hmm.
Days of Fire.
Yeah, I'm doing an intelligence occult roll to see does his characteristics match what uh he said his name was Beelzebub. I want to make sure if that's true. If so, what can I know? And if not, what his real name is.
Okay. Go ahead and do an intelligence plus occult roll, difficulty of 6.
I did it a little bit ago. I got 7 successes.
Okay. So with 7 successes, that's a lot. What you do know is that from a lot of the stuff that you guys have on Beelzebub and what you kind of like remember reading about, and just something you can recall off the top of your head, from being a nerdy person about Beelzebub, is that Beelzebub is talked about in a couple of different areas. One of the main ones, though, that comes to you is the Testament of Solemn. Basically, that is where Beelzebub says that he appears to be as a prince of the demons, and says that he is formerly a leader of heavenly angels who was associated with the star Venus. And seemingly Beelzebub is a you're kind of getting like he's either synonymous with Lucifer, or he's at least like a right-hand man or prince of, or connected to being one of the highest level of demons. He claims to bring destruction through tyrants, through making men worship demons, by making priests, do murderous acts and jealousy and murders throughout city, and to bring war to the world. Whether or not he matches, you do get a depiction of him in that you've kind of seen in, let's see here. It kind of looks a little bit like what he looks like. Looks like it's got like dark black wings, humanoid body. So the depiction kind of matches up, and the kind of thing that you kind of get from what he was saying kind of matches up as well. But it's possible that he's lying, that he's not Beelzebub, he's something different.
Okay. All right. What do we do now?
I noticed a
Gretchen, what the-
treehouse while we're driving around and made a mental note to ask Tycho if we can build a treehouse as an operations observation outpost at the Vance's estate. Nope, it's not an estate. It's just a house.
There is definitely a large enough backyard. Yes, you can build a treehouse. Gretchen, what the just happened there?
So she'll just like her shoulders, she'll like kind of look around a little confused at first, and then her shoulders will relax, and she goes, while I didn't say cinnamon, Mr. Vance, I do appreciate the forethought of pulling me out of there. I don't think my negotiation skills were going to cut it in that realm. What I could get was apparently this guy wants to murder Kyle, which, I mean,
Kyle is waking up when you
All right.
say this,
Yeah.
and kind of looks over
Kyle.
and is like, he's like, oh he starts patting.
Kyle,
He's like, where's
stop
the
shutting
watch?
up.
Where's the watch? What the hell is going on here?
Kyle.
Oh no! Did you like? I'm out of my house. What? Why? No, I was doing something. Why did you guys interrupted it? Oh
I
no!
need you to breathe.
Oh no! Okay.
I need you to breathe and look at me.
Okay.
You need
Yes.
to calm down.
Okay.
You're
I'm
gonna tell
calm.
me what the fuck is happening.
That works better
Because
than mind bullets.
we're gonna
Okay.
start at the beginning.
Okay.
What is the significance of the watch? Why is a demon after you? How does that tie into that book?
Oh, and what name do you think the demon is called?
I wouldn't say that out loud. Don't say the name out loud because I don't know how they
Gretchen will hand a notepad to him.
yes.
Part of her detective's kit.
There's a
This
slight.
vehicle is probably worded decently well.
Let me. Okay, I do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to get you guys all dragged into this. Let me explain. I come from a line of what people call mages. My family has, throughout the ages, been involved with a group called the Order of Hermes.
Yep.
I have recently. What I told you is not true. I've only been able to learn of this world more from my readings of the books that were left by my family, but they have been part of this organization for many generations. We are one of the we were inducted during the Dark Ages after banishing a powerful demon, which maybe that's what you're talking about. It's is it okay for me to say his name? I don't think there's a problem with saying his name.
Does it start with a B?
Yes.
Okay. We don't have to say his name out loud.
Okay,
Does
you
it
do
end
know
with
that
a
that's a pretty common name.
Is it?
I mean, not common, but like that it's all throughout literature and
Does it start
um,
and end with a B?
Is it like, is Beelzebub the Jeff of Enochian? Like, is it just like super common or something like that? Is that what you're trying to get at, kind of thing?
yeah,
That's
I'm
out of
just saying
character.
that
Yeah.
I don't think there's any problems with saying his name, but in any case, um, that was one of the feats that my family had accomplished in order to get accepted into the Order of Hermes back then. There was a demon that had escaped the abyss, and with the help of the Inquisition and the or a faction of the Inquisition hunters of these demons, they were able to banish him back to the abyss after he had been released. Um, we thought everything. I I don't know what has happened recently, but from what I hear, there was some kind of thing that happened about a year ago. My family wasn't directly involved. Um, we had stayed out of whatever the hell had been happening out in the deep Umbra, um, some war that was happening, and but there was a great storm that came, and not too long after that, we had discovered that Beelzebub, along with many other demons, have escaped from the abyss. And he killed my parents, and now he's coming for me. That watch is a relic that was created by my family, and I believe that he's cursed it, and I was doing a spell in order to try and cleanse watch when you guys I think came in, or I don't know. Maybe something went wrong with the spell because I was working with some experimental changes that I was making to the spell. Let's just say.
You were out of your mind.
Yes, I had, and to explain the events that happened out on the Beltline, I was escaping um, from the demon after I had retaken the watch from him, and that's why those events took place. I barely got out alive at that point, and was just by luck that
He
You
cursed
got
the
the watch
watch.
back? You got the watch back from him?
yeah, well, he
'Cause I
used
found
the
it on
watch to
that.
kill my parents.
Oh, so you went and got it.
Yes.
Did he just try to kill you now with it, and we stopped that?
Yeah.
Or am I wrong about that?
That seems to be what I'm. Well, if I don't have the watch on me anymore, then I don't
Yeah,
think it's a
okay,
problem.
so
But if you guys did that, that's great.
yeah, and we can probably get back to the watch and like figure out a way for us to, handle it without it killing you. Ooh,
That'd be
okay.
greatly appreciated.
I have the watch
Um,
contained.
oh,
Kyle,
do
I
we
have a
have it?
question for you.
Yes, I have the watch.
Yes.
Uh, if you were to die, would it enhance this demon's powers, or is it just purely a motive for revenge, like he had mentioned before?
I believe that it would. The only reason why he would want to come after me is revenge. I don't think there's anything. I mean, there's possibilities that my family may know some secrets, and that's the reason why I was trying to unlock the watch, because the watch is a key to one of our vaults that has more information on Beelzebub. Um, I've only ever heard stories about this vault, but my parents used to tell me a crazy stories about different things that our families had created and done in order to prepare for if Beelzebub would ever break out of the abyss again.
Yeah. Kyle, where is the vault?
we, we gotta go.
Oh, I hope it's in Britain. Oh, Europe. No, it's probably Kentucky. Something stupid.
It's actually in France.
I was gonna say New Orleans, but
Okay.
that's close enough.
Yeah. Probably go to New Orleans first. I don't care.
We'll just go to New Orleans
Euro
because
trip. Well, a lot of teleportation has to do with this sympathetic normalcy. So you go to New Orleans, you could probably get to. Never mind. Probably just take a plane.
I
I'd
mean, if we
fire
have
up the
to travel
Technogate and be fine.
to go get this, I mean, Gretchen will be like, if it's not going to like heighten this demon's power, I feel like this is on the same level as this crystal. Like she like is totally like detests Order of Hermes stuff. So she's just like, if he dies, he dies. Like, I was like, we have a crystal like destroying
Did you
the
say
world right
crystal?
now. I did,
Yeah, Kyle.
Kyle. I
We
did
were
say
gonna go.
crystal.
We were gonna go look at. That's where we're going, right?
By chance, would
It's
it
like we're
be
trying
like a giant black crystal that destroys everything around it?
I thought it was purple.
Everything always have to correlate. Yes, that's the
About
crystal we're referring to.
8 feet by 2 feet, sticking out of the ground.
What about it, Kyle?
We were heading in that direction. We were just to get your thoughts on it. So
Gretchen is taking off her sunglasses. inside emotionally, she's fucking had it with Kyle. So, like, she almost died brain death. This guy never says everything right, and he's Order of Hermes. So on the outside, she's very calm and cool. She takes off of her glasses, and she's like, "Look at me, Kyle," and she's going to roll an intimidation roll,
Okay,
if she may.
go ahead. So that'd be either you can use manipulation, possibly charisma.
I don't think no. She has 1 in charisma.
Manipulation. You could use strength. You can use I think manipulation or strength plus intimidation. One of those. Unless
She
you have an
also has-
argument for something else.
No, I have like 1 in strength as well. Strength and manipulation. Strength and charisma were my dump stats. I was like, I'll make it up in skills.
There you go. So I'm guessing manipulation. You've got a decent.
I have.
Are
Scroll.
mind
here.
bullets back on the table?
I have 2.
2. All right, with that's better than 1. So go ahead,
Yeah.
do manipulation plus intimidation. 1 success. So you're intimidating him. What are you trying to get out of him?
I just want to know. I'm tired of him hemming and fucking hawing about his like family's history and about like him being all dicey about the crystal. Like, oh, it's like this ginormous crystal. Yeah, like it's just like she's just like, just tell me the facts, Kyle. And she's going to use what nanites she has left in her skin to just like get him by the collar as she's intimidating him and like just do like an enhancement of the intimidation, and it's just like going to reverberate through his brain and be like, tell me the facts, Kyle.
Ooh,
Kind of thing.
nice. Roll Arete then. Difficulty of, I'm going to say 5. Still 1 success. So that's good enough to, yeah, you know, it's reverberate. He's like, listen, from my understanding, I apologize. My understanding is that these are anchor points that he uses in order to build a realm in the Umbra.
Do you know how to destroy it?
The realm in the Umbra or the crystal?
The crystals.
Well, the crystals, I don't know exactly how to destroy them besides, you know, brute force, possibly magic. There might be something that my family has, but yeah, I didn't know that he'd gotten that far already. You know, well, or that he does that right away, or what? I'm sorry, I don't know exactly. Listen, I was left a lot of shit when my parents and basically the entire mage community disappeared off the face of the earth after some kind of crazy ass event that happened. I don't know exactly what's going on here or who to trust or what to do. And you guys say you're Technocracy. From my understanding, that's like the bad guys that are going to lock me up in jail. I didn't know quite how to play this game, but I'm sorry.
I just smack him. I just keep going on forever.
I pry them apart.
I just like
Keep it
smack
down
him
back
and I'm
there.
like, we all have parental issues, Kyle.
You gonna
The
turn this
world
car
is at
around?
stake here.
I pry them apart and
Leave Kyle alone.
No, we are not getting
Wait.
attached to this NPC, guys.
like Kyle.
He's seriously the reason why the world is
Oh
falling
yeah, no, his
apart.
family fucked this all up just because they couldn't like double tap a demon. But that doesn't make it his fault. Technically, he was trying.
He wasn't trying super hard.
You don't get a
Let's just be
participation
clear.
award if you die from the
You
demon
try to
killing.
do some save the world shit with no sleep.
I literally just saved the world. Kyle has no excuses.
With a team, he's by by himself, okay?
Yeah, he does not have requisition forms.
Oh,
for
He doesn't
please,
have a
that's true.
projector keeping him up.
I like to
Gretchen,
think
he
this is
doesn't have a team.
all happening in our mental link that's
Yeah.
going on. Like,
Oh, I was really
I
expecting this to happen right in front of him. Just
oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
we're just I'm screaming out loud.
yeah.
Okay.
Me and me and Tycho are having this conversation.
Yeah.
All right.
This
Because
minivan
I'm
is
going to use that to
a
support
row.
my persuasive check. Kyle, we understand technocracy and the mages have had their differences, putting it lightly. All of that does not matter right now because those people who had beef are gone. We are on the threshold of basically Armageddon if we do not fix the problem. You're saying you can't trust us? I've saved you like 3 times now. You might
Okay,
not.
I get it. Then maybe I should put all of my cards on the table then.
Oh my god, you have more?
This is what I'm talking
Jesus.
about. Like, Gretchen is just yelling
No,
because she's
come
allowed
on,
to yell
Kyle.
now.
Okay,
It's
I-
not necessarily directly connected, but maybe it is. I didn't know if I should tell you about this because you usually do. You guys lock people up, okay? That's like what you do.
Facts
Okay,
are
hold
good
on,
facts right now.
hold on. Okay, so are you familiar with anything that happened in the Dark Ages? I'm gonna take that as a no. So let me just
Vaguely?
explain that
plague, dysentery.
my family had some connections with a group of that was connected with the church and the Inquisition. They called themselves hunters.
Ooh.
We've had listen, my family likes to drag us through history. Like, we have our own history class when I go get home from school, okay? And I never was good at any of this magic bullshit, okay? And I just wanted to live my life, but then all of a sudden everything fucking came down. This is not what I was planning to do with my life. My parents were supposed to be taking care of this shit, and they're supposed to live for like hundreds of fucking years apparently, but now they're all fucking dead. But listen, there's a group that seems to have come back. They've disappeared after the Dark Ages. They were called hunters. They had some kind of imbuement from God or something that gave them powers to fight the supernatural. And from my understanding is they're back. And I believe they're back to fight the demons that have escaped from hell. And Beelzebub is just the tip of the iceberg. I can give you that. I don't, from my understanding is that when Beelzebub escaped back in the Dark Ages, it was with a small batch of demons that escaped and caused all of the crazy, horrible shit that happened during that time. Well, not all of it, but there was a bunch of shit that happened back in the day, and they were behind a bunch of stuff that happened then. Hunters were and mages together were able to destroy many demons. My family just helped with Beelzebub, but I believe that there's more going on. That there's something happening in the world, and there's a reaction that's happening, and I believe it's all tied to whatever the fuck happened in outer space or the Umbra, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Yep.
Oh shit.
So back to this stopwatch. You need to unlock it.
Well, I need to be able to get it to the plate. I need to cleanse it of whatever the fuck the demon did to it. Because I believe that he used that because my family didn't die during whatever the fuck happened out there, and they were reacting. The last things that my parents told me was that, you know, to get safe, the demons have escaped from hell, and that they were gonna go and unlock the vault that, you know, contains most of our weapons that we have to fight the demons. and specifically to that they used to fight Beelzebub. And after that, they both went into a coma, and my father went into a coma when he had the watch, and my mother was killed in a freak accident that that's what the police told me, but I'm guessing that isn't true at all. My father had the watch on him, and I ended up using that to try and find out how that killed him. And from my understanding is that it knocked him out, and then it slowly drug him into some kind of comatose state that eventually just destroyed his mind. So
When
I was
I
investigating into the I was trying to cleanse this thing after I'd
right,
gotten it. But yeah, this is, I don't know. Everything went to hell when I ate those mushrooms. I knew I shouldn't have done that.
Well,
Josh,
you did
So
that
so Gretchen
uh,
will
part of a thing.
put her glasses back on, and she'll like fix her coat, and she'll be like, I'd like to request that we don't go to the crystal for two reasons. Right now, we can go to the crystal in a little bit. One, we don't want to bring this watch closer to the crystal in case it enacts something. It's still demon cursed. And two, I need to go visit Nana. I don't have any more power left in me.
who the fuck's Nana?
No one's visiting at Technogate. There's Nana's at Technogate. No one ever went to Nana while you're at to see Nana? No one?
Would I know what that is?
Yeah. So if you'd like to explain.
So she'll just sigh because she just can't help herself right now. And she'll be like, Nana, Nebulous Adept Nanite Automation. It's where you get your nanites. It's the nanite machine. She has a pleasant voice. No one? Okay. Okay.
Well, Tycho, you would remember
Tycho.
that.
Yeah, well, I would also be like, yeah, my mom always had a problem with the Nana systems. Tiny things. My dad had guns you could see. You know what I mean?
No. You have a
My
problem
family
with
just
people who don't just use weapons, Tycho?
no, my family just never dealt with little really tiny shit. Okay? I don't have like an ideological problem with it. Um I just never used it myself.
Okay.
I've never heard of it, and I don't know how that's possible.
It's on the
Okay.
fifth floor.
What
like
are we gonna
third
do with
room.
Kyle?
I know my mom worked on Nana for a little bit. Like she added some improvements. With Kyle, fuck it. Let's just bring him to the fucking construct. Let's do some fucking tests on this guy.
Oh, has anybody ever been to the first floor, the first room of the construct? We could take him there. And we could get
Just
all the information out of him.
because the first room that I remember was the one that I remember playing in as a kid. What are you referring to?
I mean, every construct has a standard first room on the first floor, room 101. You were probably on the lower level.
Yeah, you're talking about the room where we bring the people we want to find things out from.
Yes.
You catch more flies with honey,
Yeah.
Gretchen.
I mean, I'm not a progenitor, so I don't know. I'm just doing what I'm told per protocol 29. And she'll
Oh,
like bring
we're
it up on her Palm Pilot.
eh,
I crawl into
Yeah.
the passenger seat.
Yeah, I don't think we have to mess with Protocol 29 today. The logo construct is completely fucking abandoned.
it's
Uh,
it's kind of our crash spot right now. I mean, it's a really nice one, but
Yeah. So I look at Kyle and I'm like, We are technocrats, yes, but we don't follow all of the doctrines that you've probably heard that we do. We're dealing with a huge problem, so we're going to allow you to help us. We're gonna take you to a safe place.
Also, at the construct, can't we just get a shrink ray to get the crystal out?
What would that be?
Fuck.
That would be matter and forces.
Why didn't
Yeah.
we think of that?
Yeah, that's. I'm wondering if I might actually be able to do that exact thing, and I have no idea.
Yeah, I would say
But I
matter and
also-
forces would be able to possibly do a shrink ray type action.
Okay. It's probably would it go to 3, or would it be 2? In the spheres, I have 2 of matter.
Let me take a look at. I mean, I feel like that would be a 3 to shrink something with matter. Because
Yeah,
you're
that,
going beyond just simple manipulation of it.
yeah, shoot, that actually might even be 4.
Yeah.
Doing it would probably be easier to do it with correspondence than matter.
Yeah,
I
that would
think
be
matter.
correspondence.
Anyway, if you wanted to do it with space.
In this case, it might also be prime, depending on the actual material, because
Yeah.
it's
It's in the Umbra,
whatever.
isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
It's like
it's,
oh no.
bridge.
it's
Oh, no.
Um,
acting like a key to the Umbra, isn't it?
I'm
Like it's anchoring it.
Yeah, I'm seeing people say about 3 matter 3 would be able to possibly do that. Correspondence 5 could do it.
Oh, it's the larger correspondence. Never mind.
Like, yeah, if it
Okay.
was just correspondence by itself, you could probably do it with maybe like a correspondence 5.
Okay. And then for clarification, at the Cairn, the crater and the crystal existed in the real world, correct? Like we saw it when we walked up to it, or to the crater's edge,
Yes.
or was that? Okay. All right. Okay.
I was also looking in the Umbra around there. Was the crystal also existing in the Umbra?
Um,
I'm not sure we ever clarified that.
crystal exists in the Umbra, yes.
Okay. Would that have seemed out of the ordinary to me, seeing that it's a kind of a new thing within the last year?
I would say that yeah, it definitely seems to be outside the norm of I mean, the way that it had presented itself in the Umbra is much different than it was. Almost like it was not an umbral representation. It was like presented itself as a real object inside of the Umbra.
Oh,
Like direct correspondence, not a representation of it or its spiritual essence. It exists in the Umbra as well.
oh, so that would be out of the ordinary. Very
That
much
is
so.
very much out of the ordinary.
Okay. I was gonna say, a giant black crystal that presumably fell from space is also unusual.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
it existing in the Umbra isn't necessarily strange, given it's already strange. But the fact that it's a 1-for-1, like, shit.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. So
Um,
I've been driving around the area near the Arboretum, kind of like the side streets and stuff, just to keep us moving. But, well, all this stuff in the car was going on. So we can either pop over and, or we can head back to Vance's place. Do we want to throw the crystal to Kyle quick, or
I don't want Kyle access to our main place.
Kyle raises his hand and he's like,
Yes, Kyle.
I just want to say that if you like Are you going to arrest me?
Arrest you. Do we look like cops?
I thought that's what the technocrats were.
Okay.
I mean, Gretchen kind of does. Yeah.
Yeah, see, she's a cop.
Okay.
I also have a cat on my lap just for story purposes right now. So
If we were going to arrest you, we would have done it by now, for one.
Well, I don't know. In a strange way, Kyle does have a point because if
Like, am I
if we had to
detained?
actually look, yeah, if we looked at the situation, is he being detained? I guess technically, yeah, a little bit. And yeah, is he free to go? Gonna say probably not. But at the same time, Kyle, I'm not sure you really want to be out there on your own. And
That's
we're not detaining you because you did something bad. We're detaining you because you might be the key to saving reality from demonic invasion?
heavy,
Does that
dude.
make sense?
And he's
Yeah.
listen. So
So, are
I
you
just
being
wanna kind of,
detained? Yes.
I just want to point out that like I suck at this stuff, and I don't like. There's a reason why my family wouldn't have trusted me with any of this shit. Let's just
Damn it,
say
are you gonna
that.
tell us more information that you didn't tell us before, Kyle?
No,
Yes,
no,
Just get
no,
it out.
Kyle.
Just get it out.
We
no.
understand why you're the failure of your family, but please go ahead.
Gretchen! Gretchen, please!
I just want to emphasize that I don't know
Well, we're here for you.
a lot.
Come on.
And this, I'm really afraid that we're gonna get back and you're gonna learn that like I made a mistake somewhere,
Kyle.
and I don't know. Like I'm just going off of memory and stuff. I could be wrong sometimes. Like I didn't really pay attention in school or at school. Like you can see. Like I mean, oh well, okay, I did okay at school, but like not really
I'm gonna put a hand on his shoulder.
paid for a lot of those grades.
Kyle.
I'm so scared.
I am semi new to this reality in general. It wasn't but 2 years ago that I didn't know what I was doing. I'm just saying, chill out a little bit.
Okay. Okay,
We
and just
need
know
you to focus up, is what I'm saying.
I'm also the last in my line. If I need to join the Technocracy to stay alive, I'll do that.
We would love to have you.
See, that's great. Don't kill me,
Okay.
please.
Okay.
All right, do we take him to the crystal or do we take him to my house?
we're going to
I-
the
And
crystal.
then,
We're gonna take him to your house.
We need
Rather
to
than
go
have,
get supplies.
because
oh wait, just a
it's
second.
perfect. We could
Malakai
take.
said crystal. You say house. I'm gonna say crystal. I want to get him close to it and see what happens.
I don't. I
Then
don't.
don't quote me.
Because right now we literally have all of our eggs in one basket. I do not want to lose this watch before I can research it. Nor Kyle. No matter how certain people
Yeah.
feel about him, he has information that we need.
Okay, no, you're right. We can always take Kyle to the crystal later.
Yeah.
We
After I've
got other
already
shit to
gotten,
take care of.
once I scan his brain and copy it, do what you want with Kyle.
You make an excellent point.
I agree with
Yeah.
Phaedra. Plus, I need supplies. That's why I came to Elizabeth
Yeah.
Vance in the
Okay.
first place.
I say we take him to your mom's house. One,
Yeah.
he can put up the same fields that he had at his apartments at your mom's house, making it more secure. And that'll just be where he lives for a bit.
Yeah, I'm good
Two,
with
I
that.
don't want him to have access to the lab until we can either I can plant a bug in him to make him more malleable, or we can trust him, you know?
Yeah,
He's
of
sobbing
course.
off to the side.
I mean, you just want a standard GPS. I can do that right now. And she just
No,
takes
more
out
like
from her
mind
jacket.
control, not a tracker. But I mean, if you want to track him too, that's
I
fine.
mean, I have ways of manipulating this. So,
It's like pre-shot mind bullets.
mhm.
I can. Malakai, do you just want some mind bullets? I can make you some when we get back to the lab. I just didn't have any time.
I'll be honest, I don't even know. I think that the opportunities are endless. What we
Yeah,
can do with
I know. When was
I-
the last time we had vacation? I can't even do any of my fun research. Okay.
I agree with
Also-
setting him up at Vance's place.
Yeah. Also, if we go back to where I have continued computer access, I have an idea for an enlightened matter technique that might help us with the crystal that we won't need to rely on. As he stated before, a failure in the Order of Hermes world, we can have a backup to moving this crystal.
Okay.
So I state the facts, Phaedra.
I appreciate that, Gretchen.
All right. I drive the vehicle and pull into the garage.
All right, so you guys are back at Tycho's house. You guys pull into the garage. You guys, where are you stashing the boy?
I don't know. You got a spare bedroom here?
Yeah, which split in this level are we going to, Tycho?
Let's see, garage is on the bottom one, so probably level 1, 0.5. I'm
Finished
sure.
basement.
I can't imagine that my mother does not have a fucking holding cell that looks like a teenager's bedroom.
That's creepy,
That's-
but also
it can look
practical.
whatever. It can look like whatever you want. That was my implication.
Okay.
Kyle's
My mother
like,
was not. My mother was not kidnapping teenage boys. That's not what I was trying
he's
to.
not a teenager, right?
Oh shit! I hadn't realized that.
Like Kyle's like 25, right? At least, hopefully, yes. I wasn't
Yeah,
drinking with a teenager, was I?
You're the coolest person he knows. What are you talking about?
Kyle's 21.
Okay.
It's in his senior year of
Just
college.
don't want to go to jail today.
Yeah,
Okay.
kidnapping and
get rid of this by
detaining the
saying-
kid, that's not a problem. But
Okay, I
Yeah.
finally found the lyric. It's, how about the power to kill a yak from 200 yards away with mind bullets? That's telekinesis, Kyle.
that's
Okay.
brilliant. All right,
Oh, Kyle.
so you guys are back.
Tenacious D.
Kyle is stashed
You
away
guys
in an
just name us
extra bedroom.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say Steve's on guard down there.
Okay.
I'll give him insurance for comfort and also surveillance. I'm gonna tell him to keep yourself busy. Maybe put up some of those wards you had at your apartment here. Until we can give you some more information. I want to take this watch to the lab.
I'll give Kyle the history of the Technocracy textbook that I read from when I was a child. Tell him, if you're interested.
Yeah, annotated.
The
illustrated
nicer
story.
version, right?
Yeah,
It's
annotated.
actually-
illustrated.
No, it's a children's book.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
The
It's like,
ABCs of the Technocracy.
well, that's the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it goes into, you know, the basic history, picture book, you know,
Oh,
standard
speaking
propaganda.
of the basics, I
Yeah,
forgot to
like
give out experience last game. So I'm gonna give 5
Ooh.
experience to you all for last game right now. And
Ooh.
and just so that I get ahead of it, you can just mark down another 4 we'll say 5 experience as well for this game, just ahead of time, so that I don't forget to give it out at the end. Um,
I have a conundrum.
All right.
oh.
Do I put my points into life, making me 4? Or do I wait until I can make 5 Arate?
oh, 5 Arate is really nice.
Yeah, 5
Oh
hours.
shit, I could do 5 right now.
Do now.
Do it soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 5 Arate. Because that's 32 points, right?
Be 5
Let's see
times
the
6,
journal
right?
experience cost. Arte is 8 times next.
Okay, so 8. So it'd
So
be
that'd be
5
4 times 8.
No, 5 would be 5 times 8.
Yeah, 5 times 8.
40.
Oh, I'm 3 away. Yeah, wait till next
Yeah,
level up.
in the old World of Darkness books, it always said current times a number. And so you could play it as if you currently had a ret 4, it was that 4 times that number. Except everybody knew that they meant it was like the new current.
Well, no, most people didn't know. That was the biggest problem, was that there was a big disconnect. Okay, so this all stems from I used to play in the forums, or the official White Wolf chat mud that they had. Um and on their website they even had a specific section that was dedicated to this question. Um
Really?
and basically it boiled down to, in the form statement, what they said was, basically we always originally looked at it as current being the current thing that you're buying, what you're currently at, which is
Mm.
what you will be, is what you currently are buying. And we always anticipated that people would perceive that to be that it's what the correctness. And one of the things that they also kind of point out is that when they were making it, they also thought people would catch on to it also, because of course, it's 3 experience points for .1, 4 experience points for .2, for like abilities, right? Or for abilities. So for, like, if you're
Yeah.
going to have a athletics of 1, you have to spend 3 experience points in order to get that. It doesn't make sense that the second one would be 2 experience points, which is what, if you go off of current times 2, the second one would be cheaper than the first. And then the rest
Correct.
of them are exponentially more expensive, which doesn't make sense at all.
I
But
don't like that I disagreed with you for this entire time that we've been playing, and you just now convinced me that it is correct.
Yeah. Because in the previous games that we've played, we did it the other way, where it's
we always did it. It's your current
current.
before the purchase, and then you
Yeah.
purchase the new one.
That was
And so,
just so
like,
we could go faster.
yeah. And I didn't have a problem with it. It didn't bother me. But I always thought, like, nah, you're wrong. Like, when they say current, they mean the current one. But what you just said, you're pointing out that the math works out perfectly if you do the one that you're buying times 2 is 4 over 3.
yeah, and that's
But
it.
anyway,
But the thing is that you're, along with like 90% of the people, that's what everybody switched over to. Even multiple books that were published that gave you experience charts, which
Oh.
barely ever. The very rare will you find a book that'll be like this. It'll cost this at this level, this at this level, and this at this level. But there were a couple that were published. It was like the Sabat book, I think, and a couple others, and a lot of those are all fucked up too. And then it wasn't until Mage third edition that came out, or revised or whatever, when that came out, that said new times what you're buying out of the Mage revised book, and that's where that solidified. And then and now they're starting to backtrack on that a little bit. It is all over the fucking place. The only reason why I'll always go with, I stay with, it's the what you bought times the number, is because of the first dot costs you 3, second dot costs you 4, not 2. It doesn't make sense if you know. But I've heard, the argument that I have heard is that it's harder to learn a skill than it is to, for the first time, than it is to get a little bit better at it.
There is
That would have been the one that I would have made if I was going to make
And
one.
that argument is entirely wrong. Anyway, Tycho is kind of kind of rudderless right now, and so he's just gonna check in with everybody.
I have
And
an
he's gonna
idea.
hey,
Plenty of
Gretchen,
ideas.
Gretchen, what are you up to? Maybe I can help.
So she's you handed the first 2 of the series to Kyle, and then she handed the Technocratic Encyclopedia Britannica to him, the first couple volumes, so he has plenty to read. And she looked up, she was doing some cross-referencing on her Palm Pilot, and she goes, "My idea is for Malakai in terms of not having access to a shrink ray. What we can do is we could still make the item, not knowing what Kyle is actually good at. You can hear the sarcasm in her voice. And then we can make the crystal a lighter material to move, at least. It would still be the same shape. We would still need the big truck, but we can make it lighter. We can make it into lithium. It's the lightest solid state material on the periodic table of elements. So we'd have to rev up the molecules or something like that. So
Okay.
So,
I hadn't. So you're not changing the size, but somehow changing the interaction
weight?
of reality and gravity with the weight of it, making it
yes,
easier to move.
yes,
Okay.
Scientifically accessing its molecular structure and altering it to a solid state metal that is lighter, not a metal, but material that is lighter than the crystal is,
Yeah.
and to one that we can manipulate in the material plane. She's going to give a very, very technocratic explanation of alchemy, basically. But we have the science, we have the technology to do it. So
Did you guys take Kyle's cell phone away from him?
I would have.
Did he have one? I didn't know. I didn't know he
Like
had a
when I
cell
was
phone.
patting him down for all the shit, especially since I have this time stopwatch or whatever, I'm grabbing all of his shit.
Okay, I'll allow that. Yep, that's fine.
I don't think I was allowed to go near Kyle anymore after the incident in the van.
Yeah.
So
my concern is, how do we touch it? Other than I thought maybe we could use some of those bomb disposal robots, but I don't know if we have any of those.
Here's my thing. The way that y'all are going about it is that you want to keep it or store it somewhere. To destroy it. And I
Yeah,
feel like this stopwatch that is a key to a vault somewhere for some, let's be honest, some assholes who clearly didn't know how to follow through. They at least had steps towards banishing a demon. Maybe they could destroy this thing. Let's
okay.
do this part first, and then we could destroy the stones. Because Kyle said there was other ones.
Kyle also didn't tell us the truth after interrogating him 5 times. There was always more information. How do we know this vault isn't something that will just sacrifice us to the demon and his family is a group of infernalists and
I
the
mean,
only
Gretchen,
truth.
you were there. You actually talked to the demon.
I mean, the demon just said he was angry at Kyle. I can see why, you know.
Okay.
I should go talk to him. Hey, we all hate this Kyle fucker, right? What's your bag?
I want
Oh,
all the cool
reality.
things
Oh,
that's in
no.
this. Okay. Someone told me a vault, and if there was information in a vault, I want it.
That's true. I also want to go to the vault, and it's in France, and I've actually probably already been, but you know,
Can we just load up the Technogate?
If stopwatch first. Need to cleanse, need to fix.
Yeah, let's get some scans on the watch, and then I don't know. Maybe we can just like blast it with enough prime to wipe all the shit off it,
Well, I
or
mean, don't do it too hard.
I suppose that's a good point. But it's an idea. Let's
Yeah.
get some readings
I'll
on
say
it, and then we can.
demons are dimensional entities.
Okay. How about
Tycho, you're going to be needed for this.
yeah,
me and
I don't
Tycho
know
are gonna
shit
go.
about demons, and I'm not sure they actually interact with dimensional science at
I've
all.
got you on that, but I need you to scan this watch so I can figure out what to do. So I think me and Tycho go down to the lab. Malakai and Gretchen keep watch on Kyle. So Malakai keep watch on Gretchen so she doesn't kill Kyle. Is that a plan?
Yeah, I'm
Sounds
good
good.
with that.
I mean, I need to go get supplies in the
Oh,
lab. So
okay, then how about me and Gretchen go down and then Tycho Malakai stay up here?
Yeah, I can stay at the house. You guys go to the construct. I can remote in and start learning about dimensional energy.
Yeah.
Yes, and I will chat with Kyle.
I don't know. Don't they have like tests you do for new recruits to see where they're best suited, what faction they need to go to? Give them one of those.
This isn't Hogwarts. This is the
That
Technocracy.
I would
yeah,
be shocked if that program didn't exist someplace. We just don't have access to the full
There's
database anymore.
I mean,
it's a
I could
helmet that you
I
put on
feel
a
like
dude that
yeah,
talks to everybody.
that
Oh
can't
wait,
be
shit.
true. Yes.
we could set up something, like a
Like
simple like
you
course and
you mean to tell me that a heavily advanced semi-government system doesn't give like a SAT type of fucking exam to new
yeah,
recruits
no,
to
yeah,
make this more efficient
it's a
to figure
science
out if they
fair.
need to be a progenitor or part of the WHO or whatever the
Yeah, a science
NWO.
fair. A science fair. We could set
Yeah,
up a small science fair.
Gretchen.
I mean, the guy, his parents were in the Order of Hermes. I mean, they're all tradition mages.
But he sucked at it. He's probably a better technocrat.
I
Figure
mean,
out
there's
where
like
he should go.
I'm sure I can set. She'll start listing things like, we could set up like the obstacle course. We could do this.
You
Don't
don't
you
have a
have?
goat
Oh,
system?
oh, wait. No, no, I know exactly what it is. Shit. And I run up to my room and come back, and it's a choose your own adventure book.
The
You
goat.
know,
You're doing the goat system.
for fucking middle
And
schoolers, choose your own adventure book. And I'm just like, okay, Kyle, here,
if he
just
picks
read
the
this book.
ending where he gets taken away by the FBI agents, then he's NWO. I always go with that one.
Well, no, if he picks the one where he's taken away by FBI agents, he's a dirty tradition mage who deserves to be in a cell for the rest of his life. Oh, wait, sorry. No.
Tech, you gotta
I'm
shrug
sorry.
that off.
There's
You have to shrug
there's a
that
lot
off.
of It's a lot of conditioning up there. Oh man,
You know, it
you
makes
wouldn't
it a
even
lot
guess.
easier when you don't grow up this way. So I'm as an outsider, y'all gotta chill the fuck out.
Anyway,
I'm gonna go
I'm just
visit
gonna chill
Nana.
here.
Like, I'm
You
just
guys go to the
leaving.
construct.
All right, so I'm just gonna start off. We're gonna go one at a time here. So Tycho, what do you want to do?
I am just gonna chill here at the house.
Okay. Phaedra, what are you gonna do?
I'm going down with the stopwatch and all of Kyle's possessions, just in case. Uh, I'm gonna put it through a scan. Uh, try to scan, I guess, for his quote unquote curse, but the contagion that's on this stopwatch.
Okay. Um, and I'll get back to you and do the rolls for it, but I just want to go through each person real quick here then. So Malakai, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna chat up Kyle.
Okay. And then Gretchen, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go get my nanites re-upped and try to find like some supplies in the requisition center.
Okay. And so for Phaedra, go ahead and do a roll for me in order to um, cleanse this and analyze this watch and the rest of his items. Give me a research plus intelligence, unless you want to argue something different.
Nope, that works for me.
Difficulty of, I'm gonna say 5 with all the cool equipment that you have access to now.
Two successes.
Okay. And then go ahead and roll your Arate, difficulty of we'll say for your 3.
Four successes.
All right. So I'm gonna say that with that kind of roll, that you're gonna be able to like scan through the item and get the signature. Technogate already has some devices that are already designed for cleansing items of curses and stuff like that. And so you kind of adapt some of that technique here, and I'm gonna allow you to cleanse the item of the curse. And it seems to be it's not a very powerful curse, and definitely has has some demonicness to it, but it's easy enough for you to cleanse off of the item itself.
Cool. I'm also doing that with all of his possession, including his phone, making sure like there's no like tracking shit on it.
Yep, you don't find any evidence of any tracking or any problems, but you're able to do a cleansing procedure on all of it without a problem.
Okay.
Okay, Malachi, you're gonna go talk to um, Kyle.
Yes,
So you arrive at Kyle's door. Do you knock or just walk in?
I knock.
Come in.
I ask him. Yeah, we do a little bit of small talk of just how is it. Actually, no. I guess. So, how are you? Are you handling all of this? This is a lot to take
So
in.
he's sitting on the bed, like with his knees up, like like straddling them, like in a ball kind of position, and like looks up over at you, and is just like, "Man, this is just too much for me. This has gone too far. Oh no, man. I just shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be involved in any of this. The fucking like lowest of the low of my family. Now I'm the last of my kind. Oh my god. This is too much, man."
Maybe it'll help just to focus on one thing, like and I want to talk about how hermetics cast magic. like how do they do it? And unless if he's too broken, in which case I'll just comfort him and be nice.
No,
I
that
don't
that's
know.
pretty good. So you kind of draw him out by like asking him about magic and kind of focusing his mind on
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna say that snaps him out of his like traumatized state that he's in now, and he's kind of more freely talking to you.
all right. Yeah, and so once he remembers that he actually does know stuff, um, I guess that there's two directions I want to come at it. One would be to find a spell that we both can cast, and then try to see if I can see patterns, in what they're doing. And the other one would just to be generically increase the fact that he, I I want to convince him that we're not all super murdery / locky uppy types.
Yeah, give me a charisma plus empathy roll, difficulty of 6.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Ooh.
You create a strong bond with him, and he now he now wants to you two have found like different, because he knows like forces magic and stuff like that, so you guys are able to like fuck around with electricity and stuff like that. And he does, he has some like electrical engineering background in him, so he does understand forces from a technocratic point of view to a certain degree. Um, and so you guys are
All
able
right.
to make like a strong bond with each other.
And I'm not sure exactly how it's going to play out, but I imagine this either is going to kind of like open a pathway for him to come into the technocratic version, or I spent years hunting his kind, and maybe that was wrong, and so maybe there's things that can be learned. I got to pull info from different sources.
All right, yeah, that sounds good. But yeah, so that we'll have that be for the remainder of the time there, and then
Yeah.
Gretchen. I'm sorry, what were you doing again?
I'm going to visit Nana, the
Oh
nanite
yes,
machine,
yes.
and search for some gadgets and stuff that I need.
Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and do a perception plus alertness check. Difficulty of 6.
3,
Awesome.
4, maybe.
4, I
Yeah.
believe. Yep. So 4 successes. With that, you will have the ability to, easily find Nana, get replenished on that, and able to find some different supplies that you're looking for. Is there anything particularly you're looking for?
I'm looking for a set of advanced contact lenses that help with my mind magic. They help like intensify my stare, and they also can give me a they can act like Google Glass and do like a HUD
Okay.
display for certain scans.
Awesome.
So
Yep. Go ahead. Or yep, I would say that you're easily able to find that, and then you're able to find Nana, not a problem. Get her booted back up and refill your nanite um, supply that you have.
I like to think, just for a little flavor, it doesn't have to do the whole thing, but like when you boot it up, she'll start talking and you just have to be like polite to her, and like the passcode is like doilies or like Werther's Originals or something, along that line.
Aw,
And
so cute.
and so like if you walk past the room, you'll hear her be like, "How was your day?" did you go to card club? Stuff like that. So
You
like
never visit me anymore.
I'm sorry, Nana, I've been busy, kind of thing. So that type of thing, just for like, I feel the person who designed Nana had like a sense of humor, so go from there.
Awesome, I like it. All right, and then Tycho, so you're the only one that hasn't done anything besides just kind of relaxing. Is there anything that you want to do during your relaxation time, or anything, or you just want to kind of chill out for the night and prep yourself for the next day?
I'm gonna go out on a limb, and my mom was into a lot of stuff. My dad was an adventurer. I am going to start the thing that I was kind of putting off. I'm going to start exploring my mother's house, specifically trying to find. Uh, I've always thought my mom had a hidden, not let's say library, but it's not a bunch of books, right? It's a database. It's a computer or something like that. I'm gonna go looking for it.
All right, I want you to make a perception plus investigation roll, difficulty of 8.
Boom.
So just failure, not a botch.
I would like to continue trying at a higher difficulty, and I will spend a willpower.
Okay. I will allow you to keep the same difficulty and try again. You're just gonna spend
Alright.
that was like your first hour.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend the willpower though, so difficulty 8. Oh no!
But you spent a
Wow.
willpower, so it's still a failure. So I'll allow
failure.
you to do another hour. I think that Gretchen stole all of your successes.
Yeah, she's stealing all of the good rolls.
Is this gonna turn into the last time you tried to research werewolves and you just realize you ended up reading Omegaverse the entire night? Like, what's gonna happen?
Difficulty 8 is
find
an
out.
easy one to botch and fail. So
Yeah. Okay. So I spent a willpower on this.
Okay, so you got one
I got
success.
1.
So after like hours of like searching around, you're checking out everything kind of physically, and you're just like, there's like, every nook and cranny of this house, that there's nothing that you don't really think that she could hide from you with like a secret bookcase kind of thing. You know the dimensions and stuff, and the science behind detecting the magically hidden doors that would create it's bigger on the inside type shit, or
The
to another
scientifically
dimension.
hidden
Right.
doors.
The right, yeah, yes.
With science.
with science.
That science.
Science. Advanced science.
Yes.
But so after hours of doing this, it occurs to you that it wouldn't be like, you're like, the digital web. Like, it wouldn't be a physical space. It wouldn't exist in physical space at all. It would definitely exist inside of like a digital web level of a database here in the house, or possibly just link up with, you've got some ideas, so you start digging into it, and you do find out that your mother does own a sector in the digital web. The only
Doing that
problem
thing-
is that you would have to
Doing that thing
go
with
to
my
the
fingers.
digital.
Oh snap.
You'd have to actually access it through the digital web. Now you can still just do that you can access the digital web through keyboard and stuff like that. But the only way to get to that sector is through the digital web. It's not
Like physically.
segregated from the rest of the web. It is actually it is part of the cloud, quote unquote.
Well, it's been a while, Digital Web. Maybe I'll see you next episode. But probably not.
But yeah, that does
Also,
bring us.
I go and tell everybody, like, hey, my mother has a secret database somewhere on the digital web, and the only way to access it is to go there. So it's an option.
We'll put that on the back burner with everything else we can't finish.
I
Hey,
feel like we just need a task board right now, you know?
Well, you got
and-
giant crystals, a vault in France, not Florida, France, and a secret library in the digital web.
a demon.
These are all
A demon.
But the demon is tied to the vault in France and the vault and in the crystals.
Oh,
Kyle,
apparently there's a ton of hunters too.
Oh yeah, the hunters.
which might
Mortals
be
with
connected.
boys, yeah. So
Well,
There's
we
a
might
few-
run into them.
There's a few mysteries and no answers and nobody to assist you in finding out in any of these mysteries. And be prepared for more, because that's basically what that you've kind of landed you guys yourselves into, is that there's just tons of question marks over everything. Like, where are all the other supernaturals? Why are demons escaping from hell? Like, what? I thought that you guys saved the world from the nameless.
Goddamn power vacuums.
Yes.
concur.
That is absolutely, to be honest, it is one of the answers that you will find out more about. But that's a good thought process there of what happens when all of the power goes away. Who does it go to? But yes. So I think we will go ahead and wrap it up there. We'll give you the 4 experience points for the night. And then
you already gave us
yes,
5.
and I already gave, or 5, sorry. So 5 experience that you guys get for the night. And is there any final questions that you guys have? Anything that you guys want to do before your characters head to bed and then wake up refreshed anew the next day?
Take a long drink from my flask.
Raid Tycho's mom's liquor cabinet.
The cereal cabinet.
Yeah.
You're gonna see Malakai working on a table, and he has drawn a yak. There's a dash marks with 200 yards written down, and
Jesus
he's
Christ.
putting equations down. He's gonna get it. I want to make a blank bullet. It's a blank, so there's no projectile, but just shoot it. And it's a blank, and then it's gonna kill if there's a yak within 200 yards. In case we run into evil yaks, I don't know.
It could happen.
Tycho ends this current session in the garage bay where he would normally work on Sosie.
Aww. As a surprise, Sosie's there.
No! Don't do that to me.
Yeah, no, he's there.
No.
Yeah, and we're gonna end it there.
Oh, fuck you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh! Sosie's back.
We just need to get Malakai a pet or something like that, or a
I mean, that's
battery that
Sosie.
talks to him, you know, and then we'll all have
Malakai?
something familiar.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Malakai has a pet. It's a big giant mech suit that he wears. It's just unfortunately we haven't been in outer space and adventuring in places where he can wear that.
I'm
There-
going.
There was a moment where I lamented our loss of spaceship. Yes, during
Yeah.
this episode, I'm like, it would be really nice to have a spaceship right now.
Yeah, we used to have a
Misunderstanding.
spaceship. You guys don't have a spaceship anymore.
I mean, we would just go and find this dude's realm he's building out in the Umbra and blow it up or something. I don't know, but we just go there and fuck him up. But no, now we have to
would
Not
trade.
You guys
have a
still haven't
spaceship.
even fixed Technogate, technically.
Yeah, I would
Like-
trade 3 spaceships for my vampire back. There was so much research I didn't get to do.
Fuck this plot line. We're gonna go find our spaceship.
I'm gonna find my spaceship. I'm gonna find my vampire.
The vampire might be on
I-
the spaceship. We don't know. Let's go.
I miss Lysander
his
and being
fucking-
able to tell him to do whatever I wanted him to do.
Rid of this fucking vicissitude.
I feel like this is what our characters are saying when we're all drunk after like Phaedra and Gretchen just start.
Oh, you know I'm
partying.
drinking down in the garage.
Oh
And then
my.
Sosie turns up and I don't know what happens after that.
I'm fucking pass out of sheer joy.
Yeah, probably.
You see a drunk, naked Tycho running out of the garage.
I'm not naked.
The DM has spoken. Your butt ass naked.
Sometimes when you get drunk,
Actually-
shit happens.
No, that is what happens is I'm fully clothed, but I am drunk, and I run up the stairs and I just start yelling, Sosie's back. Sosie's back.
You didn't go check to see if the driver's seat was empty?
That was
I
my thought too.
assume that if my father was in the fucking car,
He could be sleeping.
I'm not. The
What?
father is not in the car.
yeah,
No,
like he
no,
would have
no.
fucking mentioned it. Thank you.
Yeah, he's
Although,
In dramatic effect, like the.
real quick side
Okay.
note, I could just imagine
Oh.
though that it's like he fell asleep in the back of Sosie, and that's where like Tycho runs out and is like, Sosie's back, and his dad like sits up from the back and he's like, what?
That's not what
Who's
happened.
cute? No, but that's not what happened. All right. Well, thank you all for playing. Thank you all for listening or watching, and have a great week.
Night, everybody.
Night peeps and peepettes.